Well, thank you so much for having me. Let's give a hand for Special Olympics right here in Minnesota. Thank you so much for what your staff what you do for Special Olympics. A lot of you see, I always say my twin brother, but literally that's me. Uh, I got the coolest walk in the world. I got the coolest walk in the world. And let me tell you why. I'm from Gonzales, Louisiana, and really life was hard for me. First of all, I was born brain dead, 5 months, 8 ounces at birth. My brain was dead 9 hours. At 6 years old, I had already went to what 8, 9 surgeries already. But I wrote down to my twin sister. I have a twin sister, and nothing was wrong with her. And I wrote down on a piece of paper that I want to be a radio personality and I want to be a celebrity. And a lot of times people look at us different ways. They look at us because we walk different, we talk different, and we don't look like you. But and people look at you crazy. But what I found out that I'm just as normal as you. And because I love Special Olympics, because I don't have to worry about anybody looking at me any kind of way, we are all talking and we're walking the same way. And the reason why we love to play sports, because I played basketball. That is the reason why my name is Doc. At 8 years old, I end up going to a basketball game with the New Orleans Jazz and the Philadelphia 76ers with Dr. J and Pistol Pete Maravich. And we go to the game with Archie Manning. And I'm 8 years old. And I said, I want to be just like that guy, Julius Erving. So my mentor, he said, I'm going to name you Doc. And so that name has been a household name. It's a branded name. And so I can't even tell folks my real name because they won't know who that is. But when I say, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Doc Lewis. Welcome to the Doc Lewis Show. And everybody know the voice. Everybody know the name. Then when I tell people, I am part of Special Olympics around the world. We get to go to Special Olympics, not just here, but I get to go travel around the world to tell folks that you can have a handicap and still be successful. So when I wrote down what I wanted to be, my mentor hired me a vocal coach. He hired me a physical therapist. I had to go through 300 shots. I had to go to a hospital stay, and I was in a body cast. I couldn't move, none of this, couldn't walk, couldn't talk. So they had to hire me all these things. And I had to be receptive to what I had. It was 14 years old when I found out that I have CP, which is cerebral palsy and polio, and went through the name callings and all of that. But I had a goal in mind that I said, man, I still can believe I can be a radio personality. So I practiced. I would do this here. I would go in a window and in a mirror, and I would practice. Good evening, I'm Doc Lewis. Good evening, I'm Doc Lewis. And I would do all of that, and I would do that. And one day, my mentor said, look, I want you to try this out. I want to put you on the radio, and I want you to say, good evening, I'm Doc Lewis. And so a commercial came, and I said, good evening, I'm Doc Lewis. And in doing that, that's when I said, man, I really can do this. I wonder if I could just say, hey, can I interview you? And I'm Doc Lewis, and that's why you need to interview. And so it went from there to where I started going to high school and going to remedial classes. I had a 1.6 in high school and sitting down by somebody and they said, man, you're dumb. You're not going to be this. You're not going to be that. You might as well give up. They don't pay attention to handicapped folks. And I'm like, okay, but they're going to pay attention to me. And the reason why they're going to pay attention to me, because when I come in the room, I want you to ask me why I walk that way I walk, so I can tell you I'm uniquely made. I'm made for this reason, so I can tell you that you don't have to give up. Doesn't matter what anybody tell you. Doesn't matter what they say to you. You don't have to give up. You can do your craft. You can, if you want to be a good golfer, then you can be golfing. You can go out and practice and be a good golfer. You can be a professional golfer. If you want to be tennis, you can play tennis. If you want to play basketball like I did, you can be a great basketball player. If you want to be a radio personality, then I got a degree in sales and marketing and radio broadcasting. I did that because somebody told me that I couldn't do it. So I wanted to prove them wrong that you can have a handicap and still be successful. And then I wanted to go and travel all over the world. I said, I want to meet Michael Jordan. I wanted to meet Shaq. I wanted to meet Stevie Wonder. And I toured with Stevie Wonder for 6 months. And I'm singing, and I can't sing. Ribbon in the sky, ribbon in the sky full of love. And the window come down, and it was Stevie Wonder. So how would you like to tour with me? And I want you to introduce me before I go out. And in doing all of that, I learned one thing, that you stay like this. You stay humble. You meet and greet folks. That's why I greet folks in the beginning. I love to talk. I'll come up to you and say, hello, how you doing? My name is Doc Lewis. Who are you? How you doing? How can we connect? Because if I ever come back to Minnesota and see this gentleman, he's gonna realize and he's gonna recognize who I am. He said, hey, that's that guy. That's Doc Lewis. And I'm gonna say, that's you. We played golf together. I was riding in the cart and I saw you playing golf, and I got out and said hello. That's the reason why Special Olympics is here, because it's all over the world to connect with some great folks like yourself and some great people, because we're athletes. I played in the Special Olympics when I was a kid, played basketball, and that's my game. I can still take you out on the court and beat you. But here's the thing, man. I love doing what I do. Come in the presence of Michael Jordan. My brother-in-law is the late Hot Rod Williams. And playing golf with Jordan, he's competitive. And so he bets $50,000 that he can beat the first 8, which he did. And then he went and dropped 50 points on them. And I'm sitting in the stands, and this is what he tell me. Hey, Doc, I am going to go around Hot Rod, and I'm going to dunk on Brad Daugherty. He do just that. My point is this. I said that I can do it. And once I said I can do it and put my mind to it, then I don't let nothing stop me. I make sure that I can accomplish what I can accomplish. And then when I accomplish radio, now, after the radio and doing radio, I said I wanted to write a book. Let me tell you my story. And the reason why I want you to know my story, because how many in this room have anybody or known anybody that only weighed 8 ounces at birth? And I used to sleep in the shoebox. Yes, sleep in the shoebox, and that was my bed. But I'm so glad that I had family around me and friends to say, hey, man, you can do it. You can do it. Yes, you walk with a limp. And yes, you hold your hand like this, but you still can do it. You can go out and accomplish that what you said you was going to do. And because I've done that, man, it has put me in places as an award-winning radio personality and 2-time Grammy nominee. Yes. And I close with this. They're getting ready to induct me into the Gospel Music Hall of Fame next year. All because I said I can go out and do it. And somebody was there to push me. And so I'm grateful when I come here to a lot of places for Special Olympics around the world. I love going, love volunteering my time, and I love to sit here and get to know folks. Yeah, because I want to hear their story. Everybody in the room has a story, and that's what I do. I'll interview you and say, hey, let me hear your story. And because of that, it have opened up so many doors for me. I love doing what I do. And again, I'm Doc Lewis. Hey, listen, you can have a handicap and still be successful. Thank you so much.